Good morning, friends. Welcome back in our casting lecture series. We have completed our first lectures based on casting processes, in which we have seen that what is casting terms like cop, drag, flask, molten metal, powering basin, runner, riser, gate, etc. Okay. Now the second lecture is casting processes, lecture number 2. The topic is types of pattern, and myself, Professor K.S. Banker, assistant professor in Government Engineering College, Modasa. Now, uh, what is pattern? Okay, our topic is pattern, types of patterns. So what is patterns? So pattern is nothing but a pattern is an element used to create cavity in mold. Okay, suppose we have this is a mold, okay, in which we have to create a cavity. Okay, so how cavity is created? Cavity is created by using the patterns. Once we have to place a flask, this is our flask, so we have to place a flask, then place of patterns, this is our pattern, then filled it with the sand. Okay, this is sand, and apply ramming pressure, then revert it to 180 degree and withdraw this pattern so that cavity is produced. So ultimately the role of pattern is to create a cavity or to create a desired cavity in the mold. So pattern is an sorry so pattern is an element used to create cavities in the mold. Okay, it is exact. Now what is the pattern? It is the exact replica of casting product. Okay, it is the exact replica, but having some modifications. What is these modifications? The modification is nothing but the pattern having the larger in dimension than the desired castings. Okay, suppose this is our pattern, this is our pattern. Okay, so this pattern having larger dimensions, suppose this is our exact product, this is our product dimensions, and this is our this one, this is our pattern. Okay, so the pattern is slightly larger, this is a slightly larger, this dimension is called allowances. Okay, so we have to add some allowances into our patterns. Okay, so these allowances is the main difference in the pattern and the final product. So pattern is the exact replica of casting product, but having some modification in form of allowances. So ultimately you can say that it is slightly larger than the desired casting due to various allowances. Okay, why allowances are created and which allowances are there, we will discuss in the next slide, or we will discuss in the next lectures. Okay, so pattern also contains projections. Okay, this pattern having some projections, it is called core print. And the function of core print is used to seed the pattern in your mold. Okay, to produce core seeds in the mold cavity. Okay, so using the core print, we can produce the seed, or we can produce a space in which our core can be exactly fitted. How it can be happens, we'll see. Okay, suppose this is our flask and this is our pattern. Okay, and this is a projections. So this is called core print, and the function of core print is it will create a space through which we will place our core. Okay, this is our core. So we can create this space, okay, in which our core is, this is our core is fitted. And what is the use of core? What is the function of core? The core will use to create a hole in our product. And core print is the projected part. Core print is what? Core print is nothing but a projected part of, this is your patterns, and this is projected part of patterns, and this is nothing but a core print. Okay, now different types of pattern. There are basically 10 types of pattern that is listed in your slide. Solid pattern, split pattern, loose piece pattern, gated pattern, match plate pattern, cop and drag pattern, sweep pattern, skeleton pattern, segmental pattern, and follow board patterns. Okay, now we'll see one by one using sketch. Okay, so first one is solid pattern. So solid pattern is what? Solid pattern is a single pattern. This is single pattern, or it cannot be connected with any runner. Suppose this is runner, okay, or riser. Okay, it cannot be connected with any runner, gate, or riser system. Okay, that's why it is called a single pattern or solid pattern. Okay, solid pattern cannot be connected with any runner, riser, or gate. That's why we have to produce separately runner, riser, or gate into our mold. And it is a very simple pattern. Okay, it is a very solid. That's why it is called a solid patterns. Okay. The second number is split patterns. As you seen in the first pattern, solid patterns, it is a solid pattern. Okay, it cannot be split at any part. But split pattern is what? If we can cut the solid pattern from the center. Okay, this is our center. So if we can cut solid product from the center, so it can be divided into two parts. So that is nothing but our split pattern. Okay, this is our split pattern. So split pattern is a cut from a center. So one part is called COP patterns and another part is called drag pattern. So COP pattern is fitted into the COP flask and drag pattern is fitted into the drag part. So this is a split pattern, and split pattern is used to ease of making a mold. If one piece pattern is there, then in a large product we cannot easily create a mold. So to make easy process of molding, we can divide our pattern into the two part, that is called a split pattern. Okay, this is split pattern. So one halves is called cop and another halves is called drag. This is, as we discussed in the previous slides, core print. So this is called core print. Okay, projected part of pattern. Now loose piece pattern. Loose piece pattern is a part of assembly patterns. Okay, in patterns, this is a pattern and this is a part of pattern. Okay, so this is whole pattern, but in loose piece pattern is created in the circumstances of undercuts and projected parts. If some projected parts are there or undercuts, like this is the undercut in the casting. So to create this type of undercut, we have to use a loose piece pattern. Otherwise what happen, if we will not use loose piece pattern, then suppose this is a whole pattern, okay, single pattern. So this is a part of this pattern. So in case of withdrawn of these patterns, due to this projected part, this portion will be destroyed. Okay, this portion will be destroyed due to the when the pattern is withdrawn from the mold. So to avoid this, we can use loose piece pattern, in which the small piece are separately insert into the flask and then filled up by the sand. Then how we will remove it? We will remove first this pattern, we will remove this pattern. Okay, and then okay, in second figure, first pattern is removed, then we will just tilt these patterns so that this small part can be come out and it can be easily withdrawn. So we can make this undercut. Okay, we'll see through this board. Okay, so this is our flask in which we'll put our pattern. Suppose this is our pattern. Okay, it can be divided into the two part. Suppose this is one part and this is our one part and this is our second part. So this one is called loose piece. Okay, so first, after ramming the sand, this is removed and then tilt this flask so that, okay, tilt the flask so that, okay, this is the second loose piece part. So first part is removed, then tilt it to certain angles. Okay, suppose 20 or 30 degree. That's why what happened, this part can be come out and it can be easily removed, so that this type of undercut can be easily created. So when this type of undercut is there, at that time loose piece pattern is used. Okay, this is also loose piece pattern. So we can create this type of undercuts in our product. Now gated pattern. Gated pattern is used to create a mass productions of very small and simple product. So we can easily see that in the image. This is runner, this is called runner. Okay, this is runner and this is a gate, and through the gate small circular products are connected, circular patterns are connected. So in one process we can produce a number of products, suppose product 1, product 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So simultaneously we can produce 8 product through one patterns, and this is called gated pattern. But in gated pattern, what is the main considerations? Main consideration is our product should be a smaller one. Okay, if product is small and we have to produce in mass productions, then we have to choose these gated patterns. So in gated pattern there is a runner, there is a gate, and number of patterns are connected to gate, so that we can produce a small product. So at the end of casting we'll like this product, this is our product. So number of product can be created simultaneously. This is gated patterns, and this is our casting. See, this is our casting and this is a gating systems. This is runner, these are gates, and this is our final product. So this is called gated pattern. Now match plate pattern. So in match plate pattern, this is match plate patterns. So match plate pattern is nothing but a split pattern. Okay, in split patterns there is a cop and drag pattern is there. But in addition of split patterns, we have just fixed the match plate between these two patterns, cop and drag. Between these two there is a match plate. This is the match plate. Okay, so match plate can be connected with this one and this one, both the pattern, so that it cannot be displaced from its positions, and we can easily create a good product. In split pattern what happen? See, in split pattern, suppose this is our flask. Okay, this is cop and this is drag, and this is our product. Okay, suppose this is our product. So this is fitted into the cop and this is fitted into the drag. But in some times what happens, suppose this cop is misplaced. Okay, suppose it will come into like this. Okay, and this part, lower part, will be misplaced from its positions. Then our product can be created with some defects like this. So we will not get the exact product. So to avoid this, we can use the match plate pattern. In match plate pattern, what happened? This is our flask. This is the parting lines. So here match plate is there, and on the first side, okay, this is pop and this is drag, and this is match plate. So through this match plate, it cannot be displaced in any positions, so we can create a good product. Okay, so this is a match plate patterns. So through the match plate patterns, we can create a errorless or defectless product, which can happen in split pattern. So this is match plate pattern, and here this is two pattern is connected with this match plate. That's why it is called match plate pattern. Cop and drag patterns. So what is cop and drag patterns? See, in match plate patterns, there is a single match plate. Okay, but in cop and drag patterns, the match plate in both the part. This is cop pattern, and this is drag pattern. So in both the part, there is a match plate, as well as it is connected with the, this is called runner and riser. Okay, so in cop and drag pattern, it is connected with the runner and riser connected with the pattern itself, so that separately we do not have to create the runner and riser in the our flask. So this is the advantageous or easy speedy process. Okay, so in cop and drag patterns, match plate is also there, but addedly runner and riser is placed. Now sweep pattern. So sweep pattern is what? Sweep pattern is utilized as and when symmetrical product is there. Okay, suppose we have to create a very big cavity and it is a symmetrical. At that time, we can use sweep pattern. So in sweep patterns, uh, in sweep pattern, suppose this is our flask. Okay, and we can place a sweep pattern axis. This is sweep pattern axis, and this is here any shape is there, suppose like this shape. Okay, so we have to place this sweep pattern in the flask. This is our flask, and then apply sand. We have to fill sand here. This is sand. Okay, and apply some ramming pressure. We have to apply some required ramming pressure over it, and then revolve it 360 degree. So cavity will be produced in the shape of this. Okay, so this is only a board type mechanism. This is a board type, or board is there, and it is connected to the central axis, and then we have to just rotate it 360 degree. So in mold, this symmetrical hollow cavity can be produced. Okay, so sweep pattern are used in case of very large symmetrical product, large as well as symmetrical product. Okay, so as we seen in the previous slide, like this is the spindle or central axis, and it is connected with the sweep board or sweep pattern. This is our sweep pattern. Okay, and it is connected with the central axis, and this is our flask. Our flask is filled up with the sand, and we have to apply some ramming pressures, and then rotate it to 360 degree, so that the cavity is produced. Okay, this is our cavity. So this type of cavity is produced through this sweep pattern. So sweep pattern is the pattern in which central spindle is there and sweep board is there. But the condition is what? In sweep pattern, the product must be symmetrical. Okay, next pattern is skeleton pattern. Again, in skeleton pattern is used in case of very large product. If large product is there, so we must have to prepare a large pattern. It will take more time, as well as it is costlier. That's why what we have to do, we have to just create a skeleton of wood. Okay, suppose this is the skeleton of making from wood, and the inner side is filled up with the sand. Okay, inner side we have to just create a skeleton, and inner side is filled up with the sand, so it can be converted into the solid, and then we can use this as a pattern. Okay, so this is skeleton pattern. So why the skeleton pattern are used? If we can create a very large pattern, so it will take a more time, as well as more material are utilized to create a pattern. So to reduce the material, to reduce the weight, to reduce the cost, we have to prepare, or we have to create a skeleton only, and then in the skeleton part, or in the, okay, this is the part of skeleton, so in that part we have to filled up with the sand, so it can be converted into solid. Okay, because small part, suppose this is skeleton. Okay, suppose this is a skeleton and this is a small part of skeleton, so we can fill a sand into that small part, so that part can be converted into solid, so that can be used as a pattern. So through the skeleton pattern we can reduce the weight, reduce the cost, reduce the material. Okay, that's why skeleton pattern are used. Next one is segmental pattern. So in segmental pattern, it is resemble that the previous pattern. Which is previous pattern? In previous patterns, sweep pattern. Okay, it is resemble the sweep pattern. But in sweep pattern, what happens? Central spindle is there and sweep board is there. Here, one segments are there, and in sweep patterns, we could just rotate it to 360 degree. But in segmental pattern, we just place the pattern and press it into the mold, and then remove it. Then at another place, we just press it, then remove it. Means we can create a segment on our flask like this. Okay, what happened in segmental pattern? Suppose this is our flask, it is filled up with the sand. Okay, then this is our central spindle, and it is connected with the segment. Okay, it is attached with segment. Then we just press it, then remove it. Then at the another side, it is place and press it, then again remove it. At the another side, it is press and remove it. So this type of segments are produced. Okay, so if the segment are produced in the product, at that time segmental pattern is used. So this pattern cannot be rotated 360 degree as in the sweep pattern. We have to just place it, then press it, again lift it, again place at another locations, again press it, again lift it, likewise. Okay, so as a sweep pattern, we do not rotate it to 360 degree. Okay, it will create only the segment of the product. Okay, now next one is last pattern is follow board pattern. In follow board pattern, it follow the another board like this. This is a board. Okay, so your pattern will follow this board. Why it have to follow the board? Because the pattern is very thin, and if the thin pattern is placed into this flask, and then apply the ramming pressure, apply the sand and apply the ramming pressure over it. So due to this ramming pressure, these portions can be damaged, these small portions can be damaged. So to avoid this, to avoid the damage of the patterns, we have to place a follow board as the exact shape of pattern, okay, under it. So the follow board will support the patterns and it will not destroy it. Okay, so this is our types of pattern. So again revise it. Different types of pattern: solid pattern, then how many pattern are there? Solid pattern, split pattern, loose piece pattern, sorry, yes, solid pattern, split pattern, loose piece pattern, gated pattern, match plate pattern, cop and drag pattern, sweep pattern, skeleton pattern, segmental pattern, and follow board pattern. Okay, so now I am going to finish this lectures. So our different types of pattern is completed. If you have any query, then please mail me on the my banker.svbit@gmail.com email id. Thank you very much. In the next lectures we'll continue the types pattern allowances. Thank you very much.